Now,
recovery doesn't start tomorrow.
calling all angels.
Recovery starts right now. And here to help is Rated R for Recovery.
Calling all you angels. Now, calling all angels. Now, calling all you angels.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Rated R for Recovery and RatedRforRecovery.com. I'm an addict and alcoholic. My name's John.
Hey, John.
And my co-host over here, let her introduce herself.
I'm an alcoholic. My name's Joy. Welcome to the show.
Okay, very good, Joy. Hi, Joy. Everybody say hi, Joy. Very nice, very nice. We broadcast right now from Grace Church, which is located in downtown Fort Myers, Florida. Those of you listening in Australia, and of course our friend in Canada, we say hello to you. We have a friend that listens every week from Ottawa, Canada. It might not be Ottawa, Joy.
I know.
It's in Canada, though, someplace. Saskatchewan, maybe. Probably not. Okay, anyway, so we have fun here. We talk about what it was like, what happened, and what it used to be like. And then we also have our title sponsor and our partner in crime, Kimmies Recovery Zone, doing Kimmy's Corner. Definitely a crowd favorite. We want to thank some of our sponsors, JCI Solutions, painting contractors, both residential and commercial. The Next Step, a dual diagnosis treatment center. Brian Edwards, criminal defense attorney at law, if you've ever needed a criminal defense attorney. Also, Shamrock Bail Bonds, if you've ever needed a bail bondsman. Phoenix House, also White Sands Treatment Center, and of course, the ever-popular Kimmies Recovery Zone again. All right, so I believe, do we have different items for display up there? Each week on the Kimmies Recovery Zone table, we have free, and that's right, ladies and gentlemen, free Narcan. And Narcan saves lives. And we're going to hear, and we're going to go in depth probably next month with how Narcan came about in Southwest Florida, because if it wasn't for Al Kinkel, I don't believe this whole thing would be going as well as it's going. Is that true, Kimmy people?
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. And Heidi as well. Yeah, thank you. All right, so what is Rated R for Recovery, Joy?
I thought you'd never ask. Rated R for Recovery is a recovery-based, faith-driven program bringing hope, healing, and restoration to individuals and families impacted by addiction. Through interviews, sharing information, and entertainment, we strive to be a catalyst for all who wish to recover.
Very good, very good. So that's what it is. Check out our website, please, which is www. But do you have to say the www anymore? No? Okay, thanks. We have a studio audience, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. So those of you listening at home, with the studio audience, please make some noise right now. All right. So that's proof to the people at home, just in case they think I'm fibbing, because I've been known to fib a time or two. Anyway, all right, so we are doing this show live on every Thursday night. Starting next month, we are switching to Tuesday night and our new location at 507 Center Road in Fort Myers, Florida, at Kimmies Recovery Zone. A brand new studio with a brand new equipment, with the ability to talk to people all over the world, and we'd like to thank our executive producer, Mark Santora, for that.
Okay.
Also, let's give a nice round of applause for Pedro in the booth.
Pedro.
And our general volunteers, Larry and Mark and Devron, if Devron's here, Edwin, each week supporting the show. All right, so the first part of the show is about this gentleman next to me. He's been somebody I've known probably for 15, 16 years, I think. I met you when I first came into recovery, which was in 2008. And I might have even known you prior to that. But please welcome my friend Jeff B. to the show.
Jeffrey.
Hello.
So Jeff has an extraordinary story, and he's going to tell it because it's the best way to hear someone's story is to let them tell it. So go ahead, Jeff.
Hello, everybody. My name is Jeff B. and I am an alcoholic addict.
Hi, Jeff.
Hey, Jeff.
Where to begin? My sobriety date is April 3rd, 2004, and it's been a really awesome road to be sober through this whole 21 years of sobriety. My
Wasn't always like that, though, was it?
no. The only way to sum up my what it was like was basically it was quicksand with a tornado. And what I mean by that is when one thing goes wrong, I have to stop. Everything stops. And then another thing, and I get sunk deeper and deeper into the hole. And then I come back with a little alcohol and a little drugs, and I become a tornado in everybody's life. I destroy everything in my path. I don't have a conscience, so I don't care how you feel. I don't care if you like me or not. I wouldn't care if your life, if your life was in the balance of my hands, I'd probably let you die.
How old were you when you put the first substance in your body?
Well, the first time was when I was 5 years old.
Really?
I had a bunch of older cousins, and they stole some beer, and they wanted to see what a 5-year-old looked like drunk. And I can still remember it. It was Miller Genuine Draft, gold can, and I spray paint. My first consequence, I spray paint my dad's garage gold.
Uh-oh.
So that was my first consequence.
And so this progressed through a period of time. How fast was the progression for you?
Well, that was a one-time thing at 5.
Yeah.
Then at 9, I went over to a friend's house, and he had an older sister that just came back from college, and we were sitting there hanging out watching Space Odyssey 2000 or whatever it was back then, and then
Would have been 1975, I believe. 2001, just guessing. Go ahead, I'm sorry. Sorry about
that. His sister came down into the basement where we were watching this, and she gave us a brick of hash. And she showed us how to do it, and I thought that was the greatest feeling in the world. I mean, it was just amazing how the colors came off the big screen TV and down the basement and everything. And the sounds of the drums and all that was awesome. And after that, I started drinking a little bit more. I was starting to, just to get the feeling back, I started, I found this bottle in a river. It's an old, from probably 1800s whiskey bottle. And I kept it, I cleaned it, and then I started mixing my own. All the brown liquors in my dad's little liquor roll around, because he never locked it up.
We called those a bomb when I was a kid. We would mix all the different liquors together and then get a big fat can of high C grape juice and go into the woods and open the can with an old-fashioned can opener and swig the whiskey and chase it with the high C.
Jungle juice.
Well, that was a fancy name. We just called it a bomb. So, okay, so you're drinking and you're smoking hash, and where does it take you?
And you're 10.
It took me, at that time, I thought it took me to heaven. You know, it was the best feeling in the world. It took me to heaven. But it kept, as I started getting older, it kept, by the time I was 16, I was snorting cocaine and drinking crazily. I was 5'9", 5'10". I was 190 pounds on steroids at 16 years old, and I was drinking in bars. I had a full beard. It was nothing for me to sit at a bar and nobody would notice that I'm only 16 years old, because I'm drinking a glass of Jack Daniels and a beer chaser, you know. I couldn't mix my liquor with anything. It was either a glass, one of those drinking glass about this full of Jack.
A rocks glass thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Well, so now you're doing that. You're on the bar stool. You're 16. You're drinking like a 25-year-old, but somehow the United States military gets involved here.
yeah, I played hockey in high school. I graduated high school, and I blew out my knee playing hockey, and I couldn't. So they wouldn't let me go to Canada to play. And that was the biggest thing all of us boys up in upstate New York did. We wanted to play hockey. We wanted to play for Canada, play over there so we'd get drafted, get the leather jacket, make the nice big contract, and get off the farms. We were all farmers. And that was our biggest thing. And I blew out my knee, and and I wasn't college bound. There was just no way. I was in a class of 43 people. I was 42.
Okay, so now it's anchors away, right? It's anchors away?
Yep.
Is that where the boating comes in?
Huh?
Is that where your boating comes in?
Yeah. I lived underwater up in New York, and I was going to Canada, driving to St. Lawrence around ships and everything, and I wanted to be in the Navy. So I joined the Navy in 1981 and proceeded to do the Navy thing, got extremely drug started in Hanson after boot camp. Alcohol was, back when I went in, it was 50 cents for a can of Budweiser. So it was nice to drink on base, and you could drink all you wanted as long as you could walk to where your bunk was.
So how did your military career go? How did you, when you left the service, were you honorably discharged?
Yes.
Okay, very good. And you had an extensive military career where you that you advanced in the military.
Yes.
However, there was a movie that had come out a few years ago called Cocaine Cowboys, and that was about the distribution or the transportation of cocaine from South America to Miami. Is that correct?
Yes.
Did you have any knowledge of that?
Yes.
Okay, and tell us about that.
Basically, I was stationed in Jacksonville, Florida. I was getting out. I did 8. 4 years active, 4 years reserve, which is when you get a phone call and say, hey, we got to call you up. So I started hanging out in down towards Miami, and I moved to Inglewood because I knew a girl from my hometown, and it all has to surround by a girl. So I went over there to stay with her and her husband and her kid, and it was a crazy deal.
Yeah.
Chaos was the best part about it.
All right, so tell us about this. I want to get into this
Okay.
this transportate, this nitty gritty stuff.
I was in the Navy with this Mexican. His name was Jose, if I can, Jose. And we were in the Navy together, and we said, well, we'll get together in Miami, hook up, and start doing work. I said, okay. Well, I moved over to Fort Lauderdale. I ran into him, and he says, we can start dealing. And I know where to go. So he introduced me to the cowboys. And if you want to call them the cocaine cowboys, they all wore cowboy hats. And not your basic,
Uniform.
They just wore the straw one, But they were, they
And
had
you will
planes.
know them by their hats.
Not
And
the
you
real
will know
cowboy
them
hats, just
by
the
their
straw
hats.
ones.
Yeah.
Now listen, so that's where they got their name from.
Yeah.
Is the way they dressed, and they wore boots, and they wore straw cowboy hats. And how did you come in contact with them? Through what's this, Jose?
Yeah.
That's how it happened?
Yeah, we got together, and he introduced me, and they gave me a trial run. I did really well.
Tell us about the trial run.
Well, first of all, there's a lot of things that it's kind of hard because
There's a lot of things he's not going to talk about.
yeah,
we don't want
John.
you. They're not going to come looking for you now.
no.
So,
but-
well, you want a plane?
Well, you got to do the, you got to do the deal. You got to go get it. You carry a gun. I always had a gun anyways. And if anything happened, you shoot to kill. And that's what I did. And then I got respect, and then I got ready to go, and I started dealing. My dealing was mostly in Key Biscayne, on the island over there.
What kind of weight?
Huh?
What kind of weight?
What kind of what?
Weight.
Weight?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's trying to
That
talk
would
all.
be a street term for how much cocaine were you selling at
Oh,
the time?
I was selling ounces. I mean, we were getting, actually at that time, we were getting the yellow bricks, and then they would all bag them up, and then we would take them, load them in our cars. And you're talking the late 80s, early 90s, when Miami Vice came out and all that, and everybody had to look chic, and you had to dress like Don Johnson or
Of
one
course.
of the bad guys.
I had 3 jackets like that. Anyway, so were you your best customer, though? Were you using the product?
At that time, I wasn't using it like I ended up using it.
Okay, that's what let's see
Yes.
how it gets to that.
So
I
for a while
only-
you did all good, all this bad stuff, you were really good at it.
Yes, I was
And-
really good at doing bad things.
And then what?
And then, well, it just got crazier. I mean, it just got crazier and crazier. And I got married to my first wife, and she partied just like me. We partied. She liked her weed. I liked a little coke. I always carried a bullet in my pocket so I could get my bump every now and then. And it was the best time ever back then. Going to Penrod's, going to South Beach and hitting all the bars in Fort Lauderdale that were on the beach. We were dealing out of all of them. Spring break was our greatest achievement back then. And
Well, how did it start to get bad for you? When did it start to go south?
all right, well, I started going south. My wife was pregnant, and my daughter was, she was pregnant with my daughter, and she didn't want to live in that area over there in Miami, and over in that county, or in that part of the Florida, to raise her kid because she didn't want, So we decided to move to Naples, and I was going to bring, and me and Jose came over, and we just started bringing the product back and forth, Old 41. And I got them to where I could go, and they could fly into Golden Gate Estates, because nobody goes out there. And there's empty streets out there, so you can just fly planes in and fly them right out. And it was pretty crazy. And the one thing I did get to go and do is go to Colombia. I met a gentleman there.
Pablo?
Yes. And I thought I was badass. That guy didn't even care. He just shoots you right there in the spot if he didn't like you.
What we're trying to do is the depths of despair that comes with drugs and alcohol. Sure,
Okay.
it's fun, and then it's not. It works, then it doesn't. And that's what I want to try to get to, Jeff, is where did it go bad for you? How bad did it get? When did it get to the point where you said, I can't do this?
1998, it got bad. I was getting divorced because I couldn't be with just my wife. I had to be with other women. And while she was at work during the day, I would be babysitting at the bar because I'd be working at a bar it was a biker's bar. We called the Knives and Guns Club in Naples. And I would work there. My daughter would be out there. I'd give her a bag of chips and a soda and have her sit at a table, and the bikers would come and buy her another soda. I can tell you this, it got to the point where it got so bad that my daughter actually wore, at a concert there, a shirt that had every F word running down the side, F this, F this, F this, F this, and she was only 4 years old, 3 years old at the time. And I thought that was the coolest thing in the world, watching my daughter run around with that shirt on. Her and her two friends, Alma and can't think of the other girl's name, but they all look, they're all different ethnics.
Okay, so again, what was the bottom for you?
The
What was the
bottom
point?
was going to prison for a year.
Okay, why did you go to prison?
Trafficking.
How did they catch you? Give us the FBI Reader's Digest condensed version.
I was I took a bunch with me, about maybe half a pound of coke, and I just went out and started selling it in Collier County, and I'm just like every place else. They have stings, and I got stung. And it was unbelievable.
So this is your first drug-related arrest?
Yes.
Your only drug-related arrest?
Oh,
so
yeah.
you get, judge says 1 year.
A year and a day. I went
year
to
and a day.
Belgrades.
So you went to prison. It wasn't county time. It was state time.
My father paid for a good lawyer.
Okay.
He actually paid for a lawyer, so I didn't
do federal time.
Yeah, or do anything other than just getting a year, at the most.
Okay.
And
All
then
right.
where'd you do it?
Belgrades.
All right. And then what?
Well, when I was in prison, I still was able to get it and use it, and I learned how to not tell when your date is to get out, because
Yeah.
I seen an 18-year-old kid tell everybody he was getting out, and he didn't get out.
Right.
He died in the bathroom with 16 stab wounds. And, that didn't even, it kind of makes me worried about it now, thinking
Right.
about it. But back then, the drugs and alcohol were my best friends.
Jeff, what year was this?
What year was
What year did you go to prison?
1999 to 2000, 2000.
Well, when's your sobriety date?
2004.
2004. So you get out of prison. Where do you go when you get out?
Well, I went back out,
Okay, back to the game.
back to the game.
Okay, and then what happens? What's your bottom where you say you can't do this anymore that caused you
Well,
to seek help
I
and
became
treatment?
homeless. I was eating out of dumpsters, robbing, stealing. I got arrested half a dozen times for that. I was on community control. I was, my last arrest was in 2024, or March of 2024, February.
That was last
2004.
year.
No.
2004.
2004.
Yeah.
Okay.
2004. And I can just tell you, it was, I detoxed for 2.5 weeks in jail. My cell never opened up. I had family that was in there, not my family, but my ex's family was in jail with me, and they were handing me sugar packets and stuff to stay alive. The alcohol was not working no more. The drugs stopped working, and I asked God to kill me. When it comes to suicide, I'm a coward. I would not kill myself. I could not do it. I could not even think about doing it.
So
And-
you had asked for help, you detoxed yourself, and you got clean and sober, and that was the last time you ever used.
Well, yeah. Actually, I got my first white chip in jail.
Oh, really? And
Yes.
a meeting, and they had meetings in jail.
A meeting. A day after I started feeling better.
You got to a
can-
meeting?
I actually had a guard. I did not know the guy's name. Never seen him before. And I was a regular at Collier County Jail. And he says, I signed you up for an AA meeting. He goes, go take a shower, get ready. And I went, and I got a white chip, and
And the rest is history.
I got out, and
So what's life like today for you?
It's pretty good. You know, I've had ups and downs. You know, my wife died from this disease a couple of years, quite a few years, 4 years ago.
Yeah, Lisa.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. And so I went through some tragedy, but I didn't get high or drunk through it. I didn't have to. I lost my father. I didn't have. I was there sober for him when he passed. When he
Very
went.
nice.
You know, and.
But a lot of this stuff has taken a toll on you, emotionally, mentally, spiritually.
Very
Can you
good.
speak to that just a little bit about dealing with that?
Well, it didn't help for me being in the service. I got post-traumatic stress disorder.
Mm-hmm.
It ignited it from about a 30 to an 80% they gave me at the VA hospital. And some other disabilities from service related. And then I stopped going to meetings because some people that I just don't even associate with anymore, but that were in the program and told me I should drink or get high since right after my wife died.
Really?
Yep. One was in CA and one was in AA.
Well, that's nobody we want to listen to. Jeff,
They
in
had
lieu of
time.
time right now, would you if you had something to say, if a young man walked through and just say, I just got out of the service and I got messed up with drugs and alcohol, what would be a few couple words you would say to that young man if they asked you what they should do?
I'd tell them get help.
Very
I'd tell them find a rehab, start there, do the steps, get a sponsor, and get involved.
Very good.
This program you have to be in the center of it,
Absolutely.
both CA and AA, and I did both.
Is there anything that you want to say that we've left out?
No.
I have one thing.
Joy does.
Yeah, I just want to say that, I've known Jeff since he got sober here in Florida, and he does best when he works with others, when he helps others. There's a light that comes
Yes.
on behind his eyes. I also know how hard it is to do year after year, day after day, 24 hours after 24 hours when life happens to you. And no matter what, they say that people will always ultimately fail you, but that God won't and that the program won't. And so we
Very
stick
good
with the
point.
fellowship. And when you do well. And I am so happy to see
Tell
you.
you, I walked over a lot of bodies in this program.
Very
Yes,
good.
you did.
Give Jeff a nice round of applause. When Joy talks about that, she talks about her own personal experience, if I may. The woman is a 2-time cancer survivor and also watched her husband and helped nurse her husband through cancer too. So if anybody knows what it's like to go through trials and tribulations and stay clean and sober, it's my co-host Joy. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we have the author of a great book, and his name is Daniel Regan, and he'll be up here with Al Kinkle from Kimmies Recovery Zone and Kimmy's Corner right after this.
Struggling with life's challenges? At The Next Step, we're here to guide you to a brighter tomorrow. Whether it's counseling, recovery support, or simply finding hope, we provide the tools and community to help you rise. Take the first step toward healing today. Visit thenextstep.org and discover how we can support your journey to wellness. Remember, every step forward is a step toward a better you. The Next Step, your path to hope, starts here. With offices in Fort Myers and Naples, 844-639-8371.
Have you been charged with a crime? You could face serious penalties for conviction, and it is vitally important that you have skilled legal assistance on your side during this time. Call Brian L. Edwards, Esquire, attorney at law today. 888-512-6254. Results matter. With a track record of success, our methods are tried and true. Mistakes happen, but we can help. Brian L. Edwards, Esquire, attorney at law. Visit FortMyersCriminalLawFirm.com or call 888-512-6254.
Feeling trapped in addiction? White Sands Treatment Center offers more than just detox. We build lasting recovery. With 3 inpatient and 18 outpatient locations located throughout Florida, we offer services from medically supervised detox to inpatient, outpatient, and sober living programs. Our services include individual therapy, family therapy, life skills, and small group sizes. Our amenities include yoga and massage therapy with recreational activities, including gyms, pools, and spa. Newsweek has named White Sands one of America's best addiction treatment centers 5 years in a row. You deserve quality care in a safe, supportive setting. Call White Sands Helpline at 833-423-2338 or visit whitesandstreatment.com and start your recovery journey today.
Not everyone has the luck of the Irish. If a friend or family member is in trouble, call Shamrock Bail Bonds. Put our number into your phone, 239-332-2245, 239-332-2245, or go online at gobailmeout.com. Shamrock Bail Bonds provides fast, reliable service. Shamrock Bail Bonds, 1528 Broadway, downtown Fort Myers. Look for the Shamrock, and maybe luck will be on your side.
Hello, I'm Michael Manzi, owner of JCI Solutions, 239-672-2673. When starting this company 3 years ago, I had no clue that we would grow to what we have become. There is one thing I can say that we have done from the beginning is take pride in our work, making sure every customer we do work for is satisfied from beginning to end. Offering residential painting all the way to commercial painting with jobs done in a timely manner, with highly skilled professionals giving you top-of-the-line work. To help you create your new look, call JCI Solutions, 239-672-2673.
Struggling with addiction? You're not alone. At Phoenix House Project, we believe in second chances and brighter tomorrows. Our proven programs offer support, hope, and tools to rebuild your life. With expert care and a community that understands, transformation starts here. It's time to rise, reclaim your life, and become the best version of yourself. Visit phoenixhouseproject.squarespace.com today or call 239-244-7876. The journey to recovery begins with sober living. Phoenix House Project, where hope takes flight.
Kimmies Recovery Zone, where hope meets action. We're here to guide the journey from treatment to thriving, healthy living. With peer support, public education, and vital resources like housing, employment, and Narcan training, we're building stronger communities. Ready to make an impact? Together, we're creating a network of recovery, resilience, and renewed lives. Kimmies Recovery Zone, your hub for healing and hope. Visit us online today at kimmiesrecoveryzone.org. It's not how we survive, it's how we thrive.
When children have to play inside so they don't disappear.
Welcome back to Rated R for Recovery.
Rated R for Recovery. We have our second segment here, Kimmy's Corner, with Al. I'm going to present Al right now. Yeah, our fearless leader.
All right.
Woo. Take it away.
Whoa. Let's hear it.
What you got for us?
Hello. Yeah, we have a good friend of ours here tonight with Kimmies Recovery Zone, dear friend of ours from, I can say it, right? New Jersey? It's all right to say it?
It's all right.
Everybody knows you're here?
Right.
Okay. So
Anybody looking for you?
I'm still in witness protection.
Yeah, most of us from New Jersey have warrants out, but he doesn't. And neither do I don't think. I'll have to check. But at any rate, Danielle, it's great to have you here. Daniel Regan is just a great young man, has a journey that he's going to get in and talk about through this whole process that we're going to do tonight. It's an exciting journey, and I think when you hear the story, it will give us all the hope that we need so that we can go out and do different things a little bit differently, maybe than when we're doing them right now. So thank you for joining us today, and I would like you to tell the listeners a little bit about your role at Calusa as a Chief Executive Officer.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, thank you.
You're close.
Sit way up here.
Yeah, you got no lipstick on it.
Thank you for having me, first off, and inviting me, Al. Thank you and Heidi, wherever you went over there.
Heidi has the cue cards for you.
Yeah. Thank you for the invite. This whole recovery journey for me has been amazing. And, you know, when I think about myself 14 years ago, sitting in the position and doing the things that I'm doing now, I laugh because at one point I didn't think I was worth anything. And so it's amazing to hold these positions. Titles, to me, don't really mean anything. It's the impact that you do with the roles that you play in your life. And I'm glad to be in this community down in Fort Myers. I think the community needs services here. We're still short services in this area. And I'm happy to be, you know, a small part of the impact here in the community.
Well, I think people underestimate ourselves when we turn the corner to the new life that we are exposing ourselves to and everybody else. So every little part turns out to be a big part, and together we're playing a big part in the community.
Yep.
And you and I go back a little bit, and we're going to address that again. I think we're going to talk more about that.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Sounds like he's got more for you to do.
That's what it sounds like.
Sounds like work.
So for the rest of the people that haven't heard too much more, what's some of the programs, what sets you a little bit different than some of the programs we have? Not that there's anything wrong with any of the programs that we have out there, but what sets your program out there a little bit different maybe? How's your approach?
Yeah, so my journey is a little bit different, and well, I can't say it's different than most, but throughout my addiction, I had many relapses, and I went on the tour day rehab, I call it, where I was sent across the country to all these different places, interventionists, you name it, and time again, I would find, you know, the same, I was in a different place, but the program was the same. And I've struggled with a lot of the ideologies of the cookie cutter approach to recovery. I went to Catholic school growing up, and through my addiction, I had this really jaded view about religion, about faith, and it was very hard, and the 12-step model felt a lot like that to me. And I was turned off by it. I was closed off to it, and that was a big problem because I was told this is the only way. And time again, told jails, institutions to death if you can't get this thing. So I was like, okay, I'm broken. I can't get this thing. Like, I guess that's my ending. So I finally ended up at a treatment center. I was actually thrown into a psych ward, 5150 in California after being homeless for some time. And it was the only treatment center that could pick me up, but it happened to be a non-denominative treatment center. And it just opened me up to all these different pathways to recovery. And I was like, oh, there's something else. I have hope for myself. And I took to a lot of the different models of care that they had there, and I was on fire about it. I was like, yes, I got something, I can do this, right? And then the program ended in 28 days. And I went to my discharge planner, and I was like, okay, so how do I continue this? And they're like, well, Dan, there's nothing like this out there. So there is nothing for you to do. Just good luck, you know? And I was
here's a rabbit.
Are you kidding me? And I called my mom, and I was crying, and I'm like, what are we going to do? And she's like, Dan, if it doesn't exist, we'll build it. Nice. And that's what my mother and I did together. We built a recovery plan for myself, and then that turned into a house for others, and then that turned into a nonprofit organization, and then it turned into a model of care. It's called Healing Us.
Healing Us.
Yeah. And it's Healing Us is symbolic in a way because it was me and my mother healing us, you know, my family healing ourselves, and then it became healing more than us. So it's been a beautiful journey, and what sets us apart is we do a full range of care. So we started kind of backwards in the industry, building an RCO first, a recovery community organization. And so we have the aftercare plan for our clients that come through the door. So we worked backwards in that manner and really giving a cornucopia of recovery modalities rather than just saying a one-size-fits-all. We go, hey, we're not going to judge you for whatever your pathway to recovery is. Hey, if you need to stand in the corner of the room with a goat on your head, we'll get you the goat, you know? Just give you opportunities to be well again and include the family system. That's a huge part of this. And then we also do a lot of with holistic care. So I'm big into Eastern medicine, Eastern philosophy, so yoga practices, just really looking at the vitamin deficiencies that are happening in the body and addressing things from that mind, body, spirit connection.
So you're a vegan?
What was that?
So you're a vegan?
No, I'm not a vegan. Unfortunately, no.
Oh, shucks. Well, there's okay.
I'm more of a carnivore than anything. Sorry.
All right. Well, I forgive you. But at any rate, I think what you just said, and I want everybody to hear that loud and clear, after 8-day program wasn't the ending, it was the beginning for you.
It was.
So, that set a spark that lit you on fire. And from that, you and your mother decided you're going to find some secrets out there that might not be out there for everybody. And you did it. Different pathways, I would assume, is what you did. But
yep, we have multiple pathways.
Multiple pathways, okay. So, I also was born, raised a Catholic, and one of my biggest fears when I got in trouble was getting hit with a pointer by the nuns when we were little kids, but they don't do that anymore.
Yeah, they don't do that anymore.
Okay.
But.
So at any rate, I love this guy. He is so good. So,
I'll take my out, Coach.
I can't help myself. Okay, so you're the author of Healing Us. What led you to write the book? Of course, we got a little indication of that. And then what does the title mean to you personally?
So, throughout my time with helping others, and I run a Tuesday night Smart Recovery group every single Tuesday for the last 14 years. So I tell my story a lot, and I've been told over time, hey, Dan, you need to write a book, And I go, yeah, and I really hate writing, Al. So I kept putting it off and procrastinating. And then finally I was like, you know what, I need to sit down and I need to do this. People need to hear this, and I want to be able to get it out there and inspire other communities to do what my mother and I did for our community. I believe people have the power to change any kind of problem that we have in front of us. And we need to unite people together and share ideas and just create and solve problems for ourselves. I think too much that we rely on government and all these bigger entities to solve our problems, and it's just never going to happen that way. Right. That's not what I've seen in my experience. Right. So I wanted this book to inspire other people to start what we did and take the model that we've created and take it for their own and give it to and share it. So it was really important for me to dive into this book, and also I wanted to show families and people that are struggling with their own recovery path. What happens along the way, and really dive into the irrational belief system that is created over time. Because we know drugs and alcohol are just a symptom of something that's going on deep down inside. And a lot of us, we go, oh, it's at the first point of use that we fell in love with it, but it's bigger than that. I'm big into inner child therapy, so going back into my childhood history and looking how my mindset changed as a young child, going into an emerging adult, and how that irrational belief system snowballed over time, and how I ended up from a good family all the way being homeless in California. Yeah. How does someone go through that?
Not easy. It's not easy to do, trust me. All right, so Healing Us, it sounds more like, it's not just the book, it's a passion, but also, too, what I'm getting from that, sorry I haven't read the book yet, but I will certainly do that, or I'll have it
Get on it, Al. What do you mean?
Well, I gotta have somebody read it to me. I can't see that well.
It is on audiobook. So.
I have to get Eileen and Heidi to read it to me. But at any rate, so the message and the hope that your book brings, just like your life brings. I mean, just imagine. I think what you were just saying is all of us sticking together and sharing your stories, like you did tonight. You shared a story. All those things are little pieces of gold that we find, and we put them all together, part of the puzzle, and we're all going to find something. So don't be afraid. You're a great example of that. Not being afraid to tell your story. And I would imagine that you keep some kind of statistics in some of the lives that you've changed, and that's probably in the book, I would imagine.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you have to buy the book to find that out. So good.
Yeah.
We want you to buy the book. Okay. So did you bring books tonight?
I didn't.
Oh yeah.
I know. I was just telling Heidi I'm like the worst marketer ever.
I could have. Heidi, come on. We got to get the book. All right. Well, I'm getting the book soon. So anyway.
I'll send you one.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. We are a 501c, so. Writing about recovery can be deeply emotional, and what was the hardest part of putting the story together, and the thoughts and the words? What do you think was the hardest part of doing that? That's kind of an interesting question.
The hardest part was, again, I wanted to focus on that like irrational belief system that came about. So in order to get there, my mind there, you have to be reliving it to get it back on paper. And to really describe and make sure that somebody else can understand what you're trying to say. That was the hardest part. And what's great about this book too, Al, is that after every chapter that I write, my mom writes her perspective of what was happening at the same time.
Wow.
So my mother and I are going through this again, and it's like, it's 14 years later, so much has happened in between. We've, built something beautiful together, so that we'd had to kind of sit back in those moments again. So it was obviously deeply emotional. And, my parents, they definitely suffer from PTSD of what I've put them through. So it took me about 9 months to write my section, and it took my mom about 14 months to write hers, even though it's only a couple paragraphs at the end, just because it was hard for her to relive those moments again. So that was the most difficult part.
Yeah. And your mom ought to be proud of herself too. Of course, not only did she get to tell her part of the story, but she lived that story, and she was a big part of who you are today. So Mom and Dad should be very proud of you.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, and I'm very proud of your sister. Can you tell the secret about your sister?
What secret about my sister?
Does she have a baby or something?
Oh, it's not that secret. The baby's 4 months old now.
Yay,
But yeah, my sister had a baby.
There we got a baby.
Yeah, and just talking about like family, like how it affects, I never realized how my actions have such a ripple effect in the world. And part of me in my addiction is I kept trying to get farther and farther away from my family, the people that I love, thinking that the farther and farther I get away, the less and less I hurt them.
Yes.
And the opposite was true. And I almost just single-handedly destroyed my family. And my sister, she became the perfectionist role,
Sure.
trying to hold the family together while I was gone. My parents were on the brink of divorce, so this whole entire healing us model, we've done it together. I mean,
Sure.
my sister, she's, I don't know what her title would be. I guess she keeps me together. She keeps me organized. She's the best assistant in the world. And my little sister, Emily, she's a nurse, and she's getting her APN license right now, and she just interned at one of our facilities. So, it's still going. The healing us is still echoing out. So it's a family affair.
Yes, it is. No better affairs than the family affair. And Heidi and I got to know you and your sister very well, and you both are very special people, and we thank you for the time you spent with us and the knowledge that you shared with us, and helping to continue to help this community out. It's been fantastic.
Thank you.
Okay, so shaping Calusa for this particular area, was there any difference between what you do here and what you do in New Jersey? Is it match the same, or is it a little bit different?
For the model and the offerings, it's the same. How you approach different communities, you definitely have to meld to the community that you're in. We have multiple treatment centers now. I'm opening up in South Carolina, New York, Pennsylvania, multiple in New Jersey, and different systems. I'm in hospital systems now, methadone clinics. So I have a wide range of understanding now. So each community you go into, everybody has a different culture, a different way that they look at addiction, mental health, and so you have to meet people where they're at, right? So your approaches to motivate individuals changes from place to place. The biggest thing that I see difference from northern to Florida and even South Carolina is, and I think a lot of this has to do with what we've done within schools and everything up north, is people are more inclined up north to say that they have a mental health issue over an addictive issue, and then down here it's the complete opposite, which is a weird thing to like.
It's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other.
Yeah, but it's that's one of the biggest differences that I see.
Okay, you know, you just said something to me, and I think I just have to hit on this real quick. The mental health issue. When we first started, Heidi and I first started all this RCO business, and we connected the mental health and substance use disorder together. We didn't separate them, and there was always controversy on that. No, you're wrong. It's mental health. No, it's addiction. You know, and it's both.
It's both.
In my brain, it's both. Okay, so I'm glad you agree.
To a very small degree or to a very great degree? I mean, they're connected.
Yeah, absolutely.
How can they not be?
Yeah, that's. But you know, but the belief that a lot of people didn't want to say they have an addiction problem.
No, I was just a nice girl who drank too much.
Yeah.
You know.
I was perfect other than that.
Yeah, and then I got sober, and
I was a nice boy that drank with you. So, but not too much. So at any rate, we're just so happy to have you here, expose everybody in this room and the people that are listening to some of the changes that we all can make. Very, very easy, it sounds, but it puts a lot of hard work into what you do out there, and I just cannot get over, and I cannot thank each and every one of you for listening and being here tonight, and the fact that you can do it. Recovery is possible. You have it within you. You just have to turn around and make up your mind that you're going to make that change, and you will. And you might need some help, and if you need some help, you can certainly give us a call anytime you want, an RCO. And then one more last question, and we got to go or I get fired. What do you think of the relationship between Kimmies Zone and yourself? Can you explain our RCO in its infancy compared to where you're at now? We started as an RCO, and you know, who knows?
In terms of Calusa and Kimmies,
and how we work together.
Yeah, I think it needs to be hand in hand. Clinical care and RCOs need to work hand in hand. I can only do so much on the clinical care end. I can give opportunity, I can teach treatment modalities, but until someone gives a warm handoff and allows that person to comfortably put all those things that they learned into action, it's useless. And that's where RCOs come in. They're the warm handoff back into the community to allow people to comfortably start putting those things into action. So it's a necessity, it's best practice, and that's what needs to happen nationwide.
Okay.
Now, where can you buy this book?
Healing Us, you could get on Amazon, and I also have a second book, if you didn't know,
We don't know.
which is Healing Us, Building an RCO. So if there's anybody out there that wants to build an RCO for themselves in their community, I give you the entire model, how we did it all, how to get your 501c3, how to do taxes, the whole entire 9 yards is available, and that's also available on Amazon.
And that's what I want to thank you both for doing. Finding a spot where, what do I do now? I don't know what, let's start something, and to bring people together no matter what it is, not one size fits all, and to continue to bring people together in the community to help reach people where they are and to move forward. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We don't recover alone. Remember that. We need each other, just like an RCO needs what you're doing. You know, we all need each other, and by working together, I think the change in this Lee County, especially that I'm working in mostly now, is it's just amazing, man. But it's the people that are amazing. It's the people that are here tonight and the people that are listening. You're changing yourselves. You're changing the community. Keep it up, man. There's nothing better than sitting on the other side of darkness, man.
You're listening to Rated R for Recovery.
When children have to play inside so they don't disappear.
Welcome back to Rated R for Recovery.
Calling all angels.
Ladies and gentlemen, the third segment of our show every week is some people that volunteer their time to come in and entertain us. Tonight is no different. And from Boston, Massachusetts, and from Charlie, where are you from?
Pennsylvania.
From Pennsylvania. Ladies and gentlemen, the incomparable singing duo of Aaron and Charlie.
Thank you. The first song is called The Grand Illusion. It's a song about trauma, addiction, and recovery. It was written during one of my darkest moments in life, actually. And I also am Some Singer's Diary. Please look for me online. Yes. These are new. We wrote them the last 7 days for you. I got a story for you. Stage is my mirror, oh, the shadow, it dims my light. Oh, my truth, it hides in the layers. I'm so deep in the fight. Oh, my peace and my power, oh, they both lack control. So fight for acceptance, trying to heal my restless soul. Deny. Oh, the sabotage is so ingrained, and the storms they brew inside. And I keep on asking myself, why do I feel detained? Oh, 'cause the bridge just feels too wide. I wanna get to the other side. Can't see. Oh, our truth, it hides in layers, and your love, no, it's not free. Oh, my heart's been broken, it's bled, it took its toll. Oh, the stories I once believed, they put chains on my soul. Programming is so low, oh, I gotta choose another way. In the end, my shadow, well, it's just my strength and play. Oh, the past keeps chasing me down, every future is a test. What I thought was love was not so. Every now and then I fall apart.
Awesome
Thank
job.
you.
Awesome job. Very, very nice. Very nice. So tell us, you're going to be performing all over Southwest Florida at some point, right? You just started playing. You just started rehearsing together, correct?
Like, we had 7 rehearsals and pulled these songs together. You're the first audience that's heard
Awesome.
them tonight.
Well, what a blessing that is. What a blessing that is. Would you do one more song for us? Thank you very much.
You.
Ooh, yeah. You've been dragging me down now, honey. Since I'm with you, there's rumors going around the town, so tell me, are they true? My friends are talking, they say that you're evil, that you're using my love. That's a roller coaster ride, baby. Now you know enough is enough. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I see no wrong in anything you do. Oh, baby, I believed in me and I see in you. Oh, baby, oh. Inebriated by your burning passion, I've been swept away. My mind is saying, girl, run for your love, oh, but my heart is saying, yeah. My head is spinning, I'm reeling from your loving. You know I'm under your spell. You had to go tell your friends all about us. Had to kiss and tell. I see no wrong in anything you do. Oh no, heartbreaker. I believed in everything that you'd say. Whoa, whoa, heartbreaker. I see no wrong in anything you do. Heartbreaker. The fog is cleared and I see the light. We're at the end of this road. There's no means to justify the ends here. I've been born so no. It's time to complain and empty up emotion. Lay it all on the line. I've learned my lesson, I've learned my lesson so well. I won't get burned next time. Oh no, no, I see no wrong in anything you do. Oh, baby, I believed in everything that you say. Well, no, baby, I was so blind, I see your lying eyes. No, no, baby, I see your cheating eyes. Oh no, heartbreaker.
Well, I'm very excited because when you guys make it into the Hall of Fame, you can say you did your first gig on our show, and we can show little clips of it, and that'll help us.